All right, today we're talking about my personal financial roadmap at 22 years old, navigating 2026 just like everyone else, and trying to figure out how to delegate my money to ensure I'm actually financially stable in the future. I'm not a guru, I'm documenting my actual plan to keep myself accountable. Get your feedback and compare notes. And here's exactly how I run my money using a 5 step roadmap. Number one for me is knocking out high interest debt. This is something that I preach to my friends, family, or anyone who really listens. High interest debt doesn't just make it impossible to get ahead, it kills your momentum and tanks your credit score. When I got serious about my finances, the first thing that I did was look at my credit cards. If I had a $500 in savings and a $1,000 credit card balance, I knew that that was a massive liability. If anything were to happen, I couldn't cover it, and I've actually dropped out of school twice now. So my absolute first goal was taking care of those tuition fees and classes before anything else. Once that debt disappears, you get so much more wiggle room with your money, and that's why I think it's so important to knock down your high interest debt first. Number two is the emergency fund. This isn't something that I was taught growing up and something that I actually had to figure out on my own. My family always said save your money, but I never knew how much or where to put it. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of living expenses just in case anything unexpected happens. And honestly, this came in handy sooner than I thought. Right now, I'm actively looking for a new job because I feel underpaid, overworked, and just checked out at my current gig, which I think is most of us. But because I've been building this emergency fund for the past year, I realized something crazy. I have security. Just today, I had a talk with my boss about a position change, and walking into that room, I was able to tell myself that I don't need to be here. I'm personally looking to be happy, and because I built this buffer, I have the option to leave and not worry about what'll be next. To maximize this, I put my money into a high yield savings account. I personally use Marcus, but there are a plethora of high yield savings account companies that you can go with. It's just the one that I like personally. Right now, it's sitting at around 3.5 interest rate. So to put that into perspective, if I were to leave $10,000 in there right now and not touch it for a year, it would make $350 on its own. That's $350 that I don't have to clock in or work for. Now, I do know that the stock market has higher returns, but for right now where I'm at, the safety and peace of mind that a savings account with consistent returns gives me is exactly what I need. Number three is where my roadmap kind of takes a turn from the traditional get rich in your 20s videos. Now that my emergency fund is almost fully funded, I would like to get a secondary income stream. I'm currently looking for a new job, but I don't ever want to fully depend on one income stream. And I think it's important to find a side hustle that you actually enjoy or that fits into your day to day life. Lately, I've been really intrigued in fixing things and learning how mechanical things work. Your hustle might look totally different from mine, but having that emergency fund buffer is what gives me the freedom to try something new without the fear of going broke. Number four is a bit of a rough draft because it's what I'm stepping into next. I want to focus more on my investments in my retirement accounts. Now, I have the traditional 401k, a Roth IRA, and a brokerage account, but I haven't been pouring money into them yet because I don't want to spread my money too thin. Look, I'm not the richest 22-year-old, and I'm not making 6 figures. And if I try to build 4 different accounts at once, my contributions are going to be tiny. I'd rather laser focus on one, maybe 2 accounts to hit those goals, cross the finish line faster, and move on. Lastly, at number five is my personal savings account. This is money that I'm throwing maybe $200 in whenever I can. This account is strictly for my personal wants and needs, specifically travel. I think it's incredibly important to enjoy your money while you have low responsibilities in your 20s. And I want to see the world, meet new people, and go to places like Italy, Iceland, and the UK. These accounts are going to help those trips happen. At the end of the day, there's a massive difference between surviving and actually living, and we aren't just put on this earth to work. So, with that being said, that is my 5 step roadmap for how I delegate my money at 22. I'd love to hear how you guys run your finances, what accounts you're using, or what you think of my plan. Drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.